Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the ISL-26 and the ISL-09, or in other words, the Island Watch Samurai and the Island Watch Skx, as these are very similar in size and shape and everything to the Samurai and Skx. They've just been upgraded. They have both of these have the same movement, the NH36 movement. They're both rated to 200 meter water resistant. They both have sapphire crystals. The ISL-26 actually has a ceramic bezel insert, and this particular model of the Islander has the sapphire bezel insert. But actually I have another Islander which may be a little better comparison. I forgot the model number of this, but I'll put it in the description. Anyway, the ISL-26 has a full loom dial, and these two Islanders just have the Loom ceramic bezel insert, which this one is as well, and that has a loomed insert underneath that sapphire crystal. So I'll show a loom comparison in a moment here. Well, in a little while. It'll be after the wrist shots. So I weighed the ISL-26 and the ISL-09, and this one weighs a decent amount more. This one is 191 grams, size for my 6.5 inch wrist, and the ISL-09 is 168 grams, size for my 6.5 inch wrist. So that is a 23 gram difference. Hopefully my math is correct there. So as far as the size of these watches, I had thought that the ISL-26 was a lot larger than the ISL-09, but looking at the numbers, I measured this with my calipers, it's not quite the case. I guess that's kind of a pun there because I'm talking about watch cases. But anyway, the lug to lug on this, I'll call it the Samurai, is 48.2 versus 45.7 on this one here. Let's see if I can hold these back to back. Maybe you can see that, maybe not. It's kind of spread apart. But holding it in this way, you can see that the bezel on this was designed to take the Skx bezel inserts. I have another video comparing this to an actual Seiko Samurai, and the Seiko Samurai bezel is larger than this one. I believe it was about 2 millimeter, maybe even more, 2.5 millimeter larger on the Samurai than the ISL-26. So the case diameter is the same with the way I measured this one, was from right here to right there. So I measured it at 42.5. It might actually be a little bit larger than that. And I also measured this one at 42.5. They both have 22 millimeter lug width, and the thickness is a little bit different. This one I measured at 15.2, sorry, on the watch on my left. And the watch on my right I measured at 14.5. So it's not really that much of a difference. They are both pretty thick watches actually. So let me get these on wrist, and then we can move on to a loom shot. Just for the heck of it, I have my Skx Double 09 over here. Essentially the same watch, but the Skx Double 09 just had a hardlux crystal. This one's been upgraded. It has the 7S26 movement. Doesn't have drilled lugs, which this one here does have drilled lugs. But these bracelets are so nice, I've not actually taken it off the bracelet. Same goes for this here. Just I've been wearing them both on the bracelet. I'll show you a difference of the bracelets here. This bracelet is at least twice as thick in my left hand. which I would say is where most of the weight gain comes from. Well, the case is a little larger as well. So, sorry, it's a little slippery. All right, let's get these on wrist. We'll start with this one first because I like it more. And just, I'm a big fan of the Skx style case. I just like how curvy it is. It's compared to this angular one. All right, so here it is on my 6.5 inch wrist with a 52 millimeter wristband. Just always been a fan of the Skx, in this case Skx style watch. I've been considering selling this one, but I do like the color pattern. My only real complaint with the Islander watches is actually the logo. I mean, it's all right. I don't know. I guess I don't really care for it that much. So let's get the other one on wrist. I do like this watch too. I have a hard time choosing between these. So let me know in the comments which of these you like, or perhaps you like. Oh, I wish I remember the model number of this one. Perhaps you like this one better. These are almost like, well, if this had a white bezel insert, they'd be like negatives of each other. This has the black dial, that has the white dial, black indices, white indices. So anyway. All right, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe. Like the video if you liked it, and again, leave a comment, drop a comment below. We can chat back and forth. Let me go ahead and get into the loom on these. I'll be right back. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for, the Loom Showdown here. That full loom dial is just crazy amount of loom. It's not really a fair comparison. I have another video in mind. I have a couple other full loom dial watches that I'll be comparing with this ISL-26. But for now, let's look at the ISL-26 on the left. Then in the middle, the ISL-09. And then on the right is my Skx 009. I mean, the video pretty much speaks for itself. I think the hands on the Islander in the middle are actually brighter than my Skx on the right. The loom is equally as good between the Islander and the Skx. And then you have the bonus of that loomed bezel insert, which is covered by sapphire. So I believe the entire bezel is loomed, and then it's painted on top of that, and then the sapphire goes on top of that. So you may see a little bit of loom bleeding through there. But also the ceramic bezel insert on the ISL-26 is loomed as well. So there you have it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.